Good evening. How are we all doing today? Good. I'm not going to waste any time. I'm excited to get to these nominations, so I'm going to jump right into it, okay? This is our 6th year with our Do the Right Thing ceremony, or Do the Right Thing program that Lieutenant Dixon, young man here to my right in the white shirt, got going 6 years ago. It's been a great program. We started off with 3 sponsors, and now we have a lot. And it's doing nothing but growing. And it's amazing to see and hear what some of these students do. And I love seeing it. I was in the schools for 6 years, and I saw the great things that students do on a daily basis. And it's awesome to see them get recognized for doing something right. You know, us as police officers, we're known for just punishing those who do wrong. So it's nice for everybody to see that, hey, we reward the good stuff as well. And it starts with the youth, so we want to recognize them tonight. So once I get started, I'm going to call out names. And once I call your names, students, you have to come up front right here, and you're going to sing your favorite song and do the whip nay nay. And if you don't do it, then I get your prize. I'm just kidding. When I call your name, come up and I'm going to read your nomination. Once I read your nomination, you're going to go down the line, shake hands with the Chief Helms, Lieutenant Dixon, school resource officers, and Officer Gillespie here. Some of Fort Mill's finest, okay? I told you guys that we have goodies for everybody, and I'm going to give you guys a quick brief rundown of what students are going to get, okay? There's 10 students here, or 10 winners. The top 9 are going to have in their goodie bags, they're going to have a Do the Right Thing t-shirt, a Do the Right Thing certificate signed by Chief Helms, $15 Walmart gift card, or a $10 movie gift card, $10 Brewster's ice cream card, $10 iTunes gift card, $10 QT gift card, $25 Visa gift card, a brand new 16 gig iPod Touch, which is now, they started engraving them. They're engraved in the back that have our Do the Right Thing or Thank You for Doing the Right Thing on them. They're going to get that. They're going to get a free dinner from Town Tavern, Chick-fil-A coupon, and a little Chick-fil-A stuffed cow with the cup. The cup's the most important part of that. Leroy Springs Recreational Complex membership, Do the Right Thing bumper sticker. So parents, I would love to see you guys put these on your cars. They're not going to get you out of a speeding ticket, but
probably get a reduction.
But if I see cars with those stickers on them, I'll take a picture and put it on the Fort Mill Police Department's Facebook page, because we're hip. So and you're also going to get a Do the Right Thing Fort Mill Police Department cinch sack. Now that's for the top 9. The grand prize winner gets $100 in iTunes gift cards, a $100 Visa gift card, a $50 Visa gift card, $25 gift card from Amazon for Kindle, $25 movie gift card, $25 gift certificate to the Peach Stand, a $15 Walmart gift card, $10 Brewster's ice cream card, $10 QT gift card, a 16 gig iPod Touch, also brand new, of course. Free dinner at Town Tavern, dinner for you and your family at Digby's Pizza, numerous Chick-fil-A coupons, and a larger cow. You're going to get a free 1-year Ann Springs Close Greenway membership, a Do the Right Thing police cinch sack, and a t-shirt, and a plaque for doing the right thing. And also, you're going to get a brand new Kindle Fire HD. Of course.
Just to let everybody know, and I'll let our mayor know, Gwen Savage, our mayor, is here supporting us tonight, so we'll give her. I'll let you all know and her know that none of these items are paid for out of taxpayers' money. These are all donated from merchants and individuals that live here in Fort Mill. So it's really, we're very fortunate to have the support of those vendors and merchants and individuals that support the program.
Right.
So,
thank you, Chief. And on top of that, everybody's going to get a Certificate of Achievement from the South Carolina House of Representatives. And representing the House of Representatives, we have in the House tonight Ms. Ray Felder. So I want to thank her for being a big supporter for the program. Thank you, Ms. Felder. A long-time supporter from the get-go. So, any questions? Good, let's begin. Our first bag is for do we have Skylar Whitmire? Oh, here. There you go, Ms. Whitmire. Wait. I'm sorry. Yes, what song are you going to sing for us? I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm just kidding. No singing. Let's hear what Ms. Whitmire did. Ms. Whitmire, you're in the 6th grade at Fort Mill Middle. You were nominated by Ms. Robinson and Ms. Queen. Okay? And this is what they said. Skylar Whitmire is being nominated for by Tori Robinson and Angela Queen for Do the Right Thing Award. Skylar was caught doing the right thing by both of us in the same week, so we decided to nominate her together. My name is Tori Robinson, and I'm Skylar's Spanish teacher for the 3rd quarter. Skylar is a well-mannered young lady, and she is very attentive in class. She participates well, and she is eager to learn. In Skylar's free time, she enjoys reading, singing, and being outdoors. She plans to try out for honors course next year. She also enjoyed being a member of the Girls on the Run program. Some of Skylar's favorite middle school classes include Spanish, theater arts, and language arts. Skylar is a middle child. She has a 14-year-old sister and a 1-year-old brother at home. I nominated Skylar because I observed how caring and helpful she is with 2 special education students that are also part of her particular Spanish class. Skylar sits by them and assists these students with their classwork, answers their questions, and makes sure that they are understanding what is being taught. Even though these 2 students are accompanied by an aide each day, Skylar has taken it upon herself to willingly help these students, with these individuals in a caring and inviting way. When we work in groups, Skylar includes them in her group without being asked by a teacher. Because of this wonderful act of kindness, these students do not feel excluded or rejected by their peers. Skylar is patient, loving, and easygoing with these 2 students. Skylar has helped these students to adjust well in my Spanish class, and she's also setting a wonderful example for others. Skylar is a natural leader. She is demonstrating the importance of treating all individuals with compassion, thoughtfulness, and gentleness in spite of our differences. I am honored to have Skylar in my class, and I look forward to watching her blossom throughout her middle school years. My name is Angela Queen, and I'm the bookkeeper for Fort Mill Middle School. I'm nominating Skylar because of her caring nature and her willingness to look out for her fellow students. Skylar was waiting for her ride home after school along with some other 6th graders. There was quite a large group of 6th graders waiting together. Among them was a very quiet, sweet, shy classmate named Abby. After all the students had been picked up, Abby returned to school with her mother, very upset and not sure what to do. The car ride line had moved quickly that afternoon, and somehow she had lost her phone between texting her mom outside of school and arriving at home. When I asked Abby if she was sitting with her friends who might have noticed if she dropped her phone, she was doubtful. I then asked her if anyone sitting with her was someone she trusted who might look out for her, and she paused and replied, Skylar. I thought there was a chance that Skylar could have picked up her phone for safekeeping, so I went to my office, looked up Skylar's home phone number, and called. Skylar answered the phone and immediately told me that yes, she had Abby's phone. She noticed it on the bench, and she was being picked up and didn't want anything to happen to it. She was holding it for safekeeping to give to Abby in class tomorrow. Abby and her mother were relieved to find out where her phone was, but Abby was even more relieved to know that she had a friend in Skylar who was looking out for her just as a good friend should. Abby's tears turned into a big smile, all because of the kindness of Skylar. In both instances, Skylar was caring and showed concern for her fellow students, helping both the special needs student in Ms. Robinson's Spanish class and Abby, a fellow classmate waiting for a ride home. It is apparent that Skylar makes a habit of doing the right thing, and I'm proud of her for being the type of young citizen that regularly looks out for others. And I am proud that you do the same thing, Ms. Skylar, and I hope that you continue to do that. And thank you for being such a great student. Thank you. All right, next we have is Connor Hanneth. Did I say it right? Hanneth? Now, do you want to sing? No. Okay. I had to ask. Connor, you're an 8th grade student at Springfield Middle School. You were nominated by Miss Ramsey, PE teacher. This is what Miss Ramsey writes. Connor is very kind to his classmates. He is an excellent badminton player and on his own accord asked or invited a special students in my class to be his partner. He is very patient and helpful with these students. He doesn't say too much, but when he does, they are positive words of encouragement. He and his partners won several badminton games in the tournament. Their opponents commented about how good his teammates were. He helped his classmates feel welcome and accepted, and by being their partner, he let them shine. He truly is a great guy. Now, Connor, can you teach me how to play badminton? Just one time? No? Okay. Connor, nice to meet you, sir. Next, we have a former student of mine, Grace Assad. Oh, no, not former, sorry. I apologize. You weren't a former student. Your sister was a former student of mine. I apologize. I'm sorry. Grace, you're a 6th grader at Fort Mill Middle School, and you were nominated by Miss McNeil. You know Miss McNeil? Awesome. Miss McNeil writes, I'm writing this nomination on behalf of Grace Assad. While I was on duty in the cafeteria last week, excuse me, I noticed a student with chocolate milk all over his shirt and pants. When I walked over to his table, Grace was on the floor with napkins cleaning up the spilled milk. When I asked what had happened, the boy explained that he had forgotten his milk was open and he decided to shake it before drinking. Happens to all of us. Grace took it upon herself to help clean up the mess. She was on her hands and knees doing an outstanding job without complaint. This is an example of how Grace jumps in and does the right thing. At other times this year, Grace has been a target for bullies. Which is sad, I hate that. She has received unidentified notes in her book bag and her locker that are very unkind. I have witnessed Grace asking for help from administration and our SRO regarding the situation, and I have seen her handle these notes in a manner that demonstrates she knows the ugliness in these notes are not geared toward her, but that the person writing them needs help. Grace is actively involved in her church. I am certain that her parents and her church involvement have helped instill in her the importance of extending kindness towards others, no matter the circumstance. Her namesake fits her accurately in that she is always willing to extend grace to others and willing to acknowledge that none of us are perfect. Grace may not be an AB student at Fort Mill Middle, but she is a young lady with tremendous character and is worthy of this Do the Right Thing nomination. And I agree 100%. One of my biggest pet peeves is to see students bullied, and I'm glad that you can handle that with the way that you do. So thank you, Grace, for doing what you do. Next, we have my favorite Clemson fan, Natalie Chuck. I say that because she just got accepted to Alabama, and we let Alabama win the national championship game. So, Natalie, you were nominated by Officer Prescott, I guess. And this is what, actually, no, you're nominated by Miss Bentley. And Miss Bentley writes, I'm writing on behalf of Natalie Chuck. I have known Natalie for almost 3 years and have had the joy of working with her in Spirit Club and FBLA. And Natalie's the type of student that makes my teaching career worthwhile. Her charismatic personality and charming wit make her an asset to any class, club, or group. Natalie not only excels in all her classes, but at anything she's involved in. She's extremely talented, not only academically, but musically and artistically as well. She is the current president of our school Spirit Club, where she leads meetings and organizes events for the school's athletic events. She also created events to raise money for charities such as Cookies for Cancer, Breast Cancer Awareness, and Pennies for Paris. She has had many roles in the various plays and musicals at our school, and is also responsible for filming, anchoring, and editing our school news. She is always courteous and well-mannered, no matter the setting. She is, without a question, a well-rounded young woman on her way to greatness. Natalie would be a fantastic addition to any program, and I would recommend her for the venture she should choose. And I've known Natalie for, I guess 6 years now, because you're a senior now. Yeah. 6 years now, and I agree 100% with everything written here. Natalie's one of the most kindest students that I've ever come in contact with, and it's an honor that I have got to meet you and got to know you, and I'll miss you when you go to Alabama. Next, do we have Hunter Lawrence? Hunter looks really happy to be here. That smile was amazing. Thank you, Hunter. Hunter, you're in 8th grade now, which you make me feel old. I was his SRO when I was at Springfield. But Hunter is in the 8th grade at Springfield Middle School, nominated by Ms. Zimmerman, Kulik, and Chesser? Sorry.
Ms. Zimmerman is here, by the way.
Hi, Ms. Zimmerman. This is what your teachers wrote about you, Hunter. Hunter is an exceptionally caring, compassionate young man. Hunter has befriended a few young men who seem to be struggling either socially or academically. He works with them during lunch with their schoolwork and just sits with them because they need a friend. And if one of his peers neglects to show up when promised, he retrieves them from the cafeteria and brings them back to the classroom. Sorry. Hunter doesn't expect any accolades or thanks for doing this. In fact, he's embarrassed when anyone tries to show their appreciation. Are you embarrassed now? Okay, good. Hunter's calm, even-keeled personality is what makes him so special. Middle school can be chaotic at times with emotions, stresses, and silliness. Hunter is always the calm in the storm. Outside of school, he demonstrated initiative by starting his own business. His business, Hunter's Arcade House and Sales, buys and restores old arcade games and sells them, which he's going to donate one to the police department for free. One of his teachers said this: "He is one of the most honest, selfless students I've ever taught. He is the very first to go above and beyond to help any of his classmates, and he never asked anything in return. I've tried to give him rewards and other shout-outs, and he politely refuses. He's an extremely hard worker and just a great kid." You're not a great kid. You're a great young man, and I appreciate it, sir. Thank you. Do we have Savannah Young? You look scared getting up. Don't be scared. I'm not mean. I'm actually pretty funny. That's what I've been told. Unless I was allowed to. Was I allowed to? Okay. Savannah, you're a 12th grader at Nation Ford High School. You were nominated by Ann Johnson. This is what Ms. Johnson writes. I would like to nominate Savannah Young, a senior at Nation Ford High School, for the Do the Right Thing Award. Savannah's family moved from Pennsylvania to South Carolina prior to this school year. Having been either homeschooled or learning in private schools all her life, I'm sure it was difficult transitioning into public school in a different part of the country, especially for her senior year. I taught Savannah last semester in CP government and was so impressed with the maturity, positive attitude, and work ethic she exhibited in class every day. But the reason I'm nominating Savannah for this award stems from the conversation I had with her about her classes for this semester. A local requirement for graduation is that all students complete a course called High School 101, which is taught for most students in the 9th grade. Even though it is challenging for a senior to take this class with all freshmen, Savannah once again decided to bond with and assist several special needs students who are in her class. I asked her High School 101 teacher, I'm not going to try to pronounce because I'm going to mess it up, Miss Kozlowski, Miss K, sorry. I just didn't want to mess it up, I'll apologize. To comment on Savannah, and this is what she said. Sorry. Oh my heavens. She is so very sweet. She's a huge help. When the students arrive, she makes sure she greets them. There is one student she works with very closely. He depends on her for encouragement and support. When working in groups, she makes sure that she is in a group with at least one of the special students, She is a wonderful example, not only to students with special needs, but to the entire class. She's a joy to be around, an absolute joy. Savannah represents the best of the students in the Fort Mill School District and truly exemplifies the characteristics of a Do the Right Thing winner. And I agree. Oh my heavens, I agree. Savannah, thank you. I think I just learned a new phrase I'm going to start using. Is there a young lady by the name of Zaria Drakeford? It's a pretty dress. Zaria, you were nominated by Officer Johnson. Do you know Officer Johnson? He's all right. Zaria, you're a 7th grade student at Springfield Middle School, and this is what Officer Johnson writes, okay? On February 25th, 2016, Zaria Drakeford, a 7th grade student at Springfield Middle School, may have helped save a fellow student from harming themselves or possibly taking their own life. To put it simply, a friend of Zaria's came to her and told her that they had been planning on harming themselves. First, Zaria told her friend that they shouldn't be talking like that. Zaria told her friend that she would try to help them out and would listen to them. Zaria then went to a teacher and told the teacher that she was concerned for her friend. The teacher then notified me of the incident, and steps were taken to get the student involved, the help that they needed. What Zaria did on this day was the right thing. Zaria was not concerned with anything else but getting her friend the help they needed. Zaria didn't think about her friend getting mad at her for letting someone know about this. Zaria did not ignore the possible cry for help, like most other students may have done. It was later discovered that Zaria's friend was being teased by other students and had been feeling this way for some time. After speaking with Zaria, it was no surprise that this student chose to go to Zaria with their problem. Zaria told me that she loves to play basketball and volleyball. Zaria also loves to draw with her little sister who looks up to her. In my opinion, I think anyone who is a friend of Zaria's should consider themselves very lucky to have such a caring friend, someone who thinks of others and acts selflessly. Zaria should be recognized for going above and beyond on this day and for possibly saving someone from doing something horrible to themselves. Zaria, you did something great, and it was the right thing. And yes, it was, Zaria, and it doesn't surprise me at all because that's just the kind of person you are. And I know without a doubt in my mind that you're going to continue to be such a great young lady. So thank you. This is why I love this program. There are some amazing students in this school district, just in case you didn't know. Amazing students. Darius Brooks. Did Darius make it? I was just about to ask you to smile, Darius. Thank you, sir. Darius, you're an 8th grade student at Banks Trail Middle School, correct?
Yes, sir.
Awesome. And this is what your nomination says. I wish to nominate Darius Brooks for his willingness to help me over a 6-week period in the health room during my injury. He was always waiting on me in the mornings to help lock my cabinets, fix the water and ice, and assist me getting on my computer daily with a smile. Thank you. I lost my spot. In the afternoons, he came by and locked my cabinets before catching his bus home. He has made great improvements this school year in the areas of his self-control, taking direction from authority figures, great improvement per teachers, and his overall attitude. Darius has always been kind, polite, and has a heart to help others. He has also assisted Ms. Hudson in guidance as she needed him. I believe Darius deserves praise and recognition for his self-improvements of character and willingness to help others in any way that he can. He has become a great example of how a student can change to become a better citizen at school and in his community when we take the time to mentor students. I am very proud of Darius. He has worked very hard, and I hope he will be considered for the Do the Right Thing. And you were not considered, you are here. So thank you, Darius, for being such a good young man. And please, wasn't going to say this, but I'm still that Ty Darius. DeAndre Gaskins? No? Yep. DeAndre is a 10th grade student at Nation Ford High School. This is what DeAndre's nomination reads. I have only had the pleasure of having, sorry, I'm not a reader, I apologize. Bear with me. I've only had the pleasure of having DeAndre Gaskins in class for the last 6 weeks. Not only is he a hardworking student, but he is a great citizen. DeAndre stays behind class every day and straightens up my classroom. He picks up the trash from the floor, gathers left behind pencils, and puts up calculators and rulers. I asked DeAndre if he does this in every class, and he said, yes, ma'am. I asked him why he was staying behind to clean up, and he said, isn't that what you're supposed to do? He said, I know how hard the custodians have to work. They shouldn't have to clean up after us. Wow. I don't know much about DeAndre, but I do know that he is the oldest of 5 kids that I'm sure he's helping to mold into great citizens of Fort Mill. His parents should be proud. I know I am. So DeAndre, thank you. So that's the top 9. Our grand prize winner, Mr. Samson Piramati. I wish you all could have seen his face when I was saying that. It was priceless. Here you go, Samson. Samson, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Wow. Not as good as you. Samson is a 7th grade student at Springfield Middle School. Samson was nominated by Miss Bigham. You know Miss Bigham? Yeah. I'm sorry. I know. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. All right, Samson, this is what Miss Bigham writes, okay? And this is a long one, and it's written really small. I should have retyped it, but I didn't, so I apologize in advance. As a related arts teacher, I receive a new group of students at the semester change. This semester, I was very fortunate to have Samson Piramati put into my class. I'm new to the Fort Mill School District, so before this, I've never had an encounter with Samson. Samson has turned out to be one of the most caring, generous, and loving students I've ever had the opportunity of working with. Because I teach related arts class, students on a variety of intelligence and social levels are put into my class at the same time. This, a lot of time, presents challenges. Samson continues to go above and beyond every single day to help me or to help the special needs students in our class. This not only helps those students, but it helps me devote my time to other students in the class who may need special attention. Samson has really stepped up and taken 2 special needs children under his wing in the other arts class. This is something extremely rare and hard to come by in a 7th grade classroom. Samson has built a strong relationship with both students in my class. In early January, we were playing a small class competitive game while learning about different emotions and how to act them out. The first student to answer correctly would win candy. Of course, in any middle school classroom, winning candy is the greatest. During this game, Samson sat beside the special needs student and helped her throughout the entire competition. At one point, he even whispered the answer in her ear so she could raise her hand and win the candy. This made her day. He continued to read words to her that she didn't know, cheer her on, and high-five her for excellent work. When it came time for her to perform, Samson encouraged her with kind words. If not for him, I'm not sure she would have felt comfortable enough to perform a short skit in front of the entire class. Later in January, when studying articulation and pronunciation, students were responsible for creating their own original tongue twisters with accompanying movements. During this process, one of the special needs students felt completely uncomfortable. Samson not only continuously encouraged her, but he also asked questions for her when she didn't feel comfortable asking herself. He eventually encouraged the student to ask questions herself. He came up to me with the student to help her feel more comfortable when she asked a question. Samson then helped the student's group make up moves for their tongue twister and helped the student learn them. He even took her into the hallway and worked with her one-on-one. Because of the student's specific IEP accommodations, she was not required to memorize her tongue twister like the rest of the class. Samson held the student's tongue twister while she performed so that she could read read it and not stand out too much. This gave her an extra confidence, gave her the extra confidence that she needed to perform in front of the class. I was absent on January 29th. In my absence, the students were left with an article read with accompanying questions. When I returned, I had a note from my substitute saying Sampson had not finished his work, which is very unusual. Come to find out, Sampson had taken both special needs students who have very low reading levels out into the hallway and read the article to them and worked with them to figure out the answers. He did not give them answers, but instead was working with them on how to use an article to answer the questions. Sampson really stepped up that day and made it possible for those students to learn, even in the absence of the teacher. As stated before, Sampson has done a tremendous job building a relationship with these two students. They feel 100% comfortable with him, which has helped them in so many ways. Sampson was never asked to build this relationship with them, but decided to do it on his own. Sampson has never been asked or told to help these students in any way, but did so out of the kindness of his own heart. It is not every day that you see students stepping up, doing the right thing, and helping others in need. It is even rarer to see a 7th grade student putting the special needs students in his class before himself. Sampson makes great choices and does the right thing every day. I'm extremely grateful to have Sampson in my class to help both students throughout the semester. He's a very special young boy with a heart of gold. And I agree, Sampson. I've known you for the last couple of years as well, and this is you 100%. And I'm glad to see you here, and I'm glad to see that smile. So thank you, Sampson, for being such a great young man. But wait. I also have this nifty plaque for you as well, sir. There you go. Thank you, Sampson. And I want to take a second just to read over who our sponsors are, because it's important to recognize them for everything that they do. We'll start with the Ann Springs Close Greenway, Chick-fil-A, Digby's Pizza, the Peach Stand, Leroy Springs Recreational Complex, the American Legion, Family Trust Credit Union, Lauren and Brian Wild of Wild Homes, Palmetto Funeral Home and Cremation, John Young from Young's Body Shop, Andy Burkholder with Carolina Upholstery, Barry Freeman, Rex and Angie Freeman from Freeman's Body Shop. I want to thank Keith Sandvoss at Edward Jones Investment, along with the Fort Mill Lions Club. I also want to thank Catawba River Dentistry, Brewster's, J.J. Aimwright Guns and Ammo, Names in a Hurry. I want to thank Representative Ray Felder once again for all that you do. Big supporter of the program, and we greatly appreciate it. I want to thank the Town Tavern, Ray and Renee Giles from Giles Plumbing. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I want to thank you guys for being here. It's been yet another great ceremony, and I can't thank you guys enough for continuing to do the right thing. It's students like you that make our jobs as police officers that much easier, because if it starts out young, when you guys get older, it's going to be just as good. You guys are going to make our community an even better community than what it is already, okay? And also, I think Ms. Felder would like to say something as well. So if you guys would listen to Ms. Felder.
Well, we'll start with, oh my heavens, it's a great day in South Carolina. And if you would, let's all give Officer Gilbert a hand for doing this. We did try to form just a little bit of a surprise. Today is actually the last day of the Fort Mill Town Police Department for the occupation of Lieutenant Ray Dixon. So if you'll come and join me. And Mayor Savage here has a proclamation from the House of Representatives to present to you.
Very nice, thank you.
I think about,
Let me see. Hang on.
you want to read this first and then we'll take pictures? Is that okay?
I had to put my glasses on so I could see it.
Welcome to our age. Yeah, I think I attended the first Do the Right Thing program, and I've learned to bring Kleenex because often I need them. It's just so amazing what some of these young people do. I mean, everything from, pennies for Paris What a great theme. I mean, how do they come up with this? I do not believe I was that creative when I was in school. But we did want to recognize Officer Dixon tonight for a very long and distinguished career here in Fort Mill. I must say, I have not been the recipient of any ticket writing from Officer Dixon. I wish I could say that for the other officers, but I can't say that. But it's a long drive to Columbia. So you can imagine, I know you fight the traffic as I do. I live off Doby's Bridge Road. It takes me longer to get from Doby's Bridge Road to 77 than it does from 77 to Columbia. So go figure. Doesn't make sense. But we did a House resolution by the entire York County delegation with the permission of the governor to recognize and honor Lieutenant Raymond Dixon of the Fort Mill Police Department upon the occasion of his retirement after 20 years of exemplary service in law enforcement. And I'm just going to hit a few of the highlights for you. It's altogether fitting and proper that the members of the House of Representatives of the state of South Carolina should pause in their deliberations to express gratitude to Lieutenant Dixon for his significant contributions to protecting the citizens of the Palmetto State. He was born in Augusta, Georgia. I didn't know that's why he and my husband get along. He graduated from Fort Mill High School. He has done a lot of different things with his tenure here with the police department. He actually publishes a monthly newsletter to try to help keep Fort Mill citizens involved. He started this program tonight, the Do the Right Thing. He also started the department's medicine drop, the city shred day, and a food drive for the care center. I believe he filled up the back seat of a police car several times with food at the Bilo parking lot for the Fort Mill Care Center. He also introduced the PACE car program and the Vial of Life for the elderly. So I don't know that there's anyone in this community that one way or the other Officer Dixon has not touched. So for his outstanding contributions to the Fort Mill Police Department, Lieutenant Dixon was recognized several times as Officer of the Year, and he was also named the Hometown Hero in 2015. The members of the South Carolina House of Representatives are grateful for the years of unparalleled dedication that Lieutenant Dixon has devoted to law enforcement, and we wish him many years of enjoyment as he begins his well-earned retirement, unless we can persuade him to start another career, which we're trying. So please join me and stand and recognize Officer Dixon on his day of retirement.
Are you a fan of Do the Right Thing? If so, give us your feedback. Email Officer Gilbert at jgilbert@fortmillsc.gov.